But let's go on. Since we're still talking about the fallen Messiah, Drake, Sauce Walker calls out Drake for cultural appropriation. CJ, let me. Did I send this? I sent that to myself. Let me pull that up. But yeah, so Sauce Walker, and I ain't gonna lie, I can't even name you one Sauce Walker song, CJ. To be honest,
I mean, I can't name you a song, but I'm familiar with him though.
yeah, I didn't even know what he looked like. I've heard of his name, right? But
Oh, okay. Now I've heard his music in a bunch of shit.
oh, you
I'm
have?
familiar with
Okay.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no knock to him. It's just that
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with him all the way. But
You are now. He name dropped Drake though. Shout out to that.
yeah, I know, right? Drake the
That's what people
fallen.
got to do.
Yep.
I fucking rocket science. It was simple shit. If you in this city,
All right, fair use, by the way, fair use.
you saying like what you just said. You just said that it wouldn't be no
Drake without Houston.
It wouldn't be no Drake without Houston. Okay, so at the time, why did Drake not? It's still to this day. Why did Drake not have no bunch of records with Houston artists? You didn't doing that with Atlanta. If you love Atlanta and he got it's 7, 8, 9, 15 artists that you got songs with in Atlanta. Because why?
Yeah.
Not only does you know that the city of Atlanta was gonna look at you weird for not doing that, look at you and feel a certain type of way by you not making those songs and making those moments with that city, but you knew that it was also beneficial for you as an artist to make music with these songs because the leveling of stardom and momentum, it feeds each other versus you feel that I'm just the A-side artist that's lifting up this musician. But as far as the city of Houston, you looking at it for the market share. All of these country ass people in Houston, they got all of this land, all these clubs, all these women, all these people in these big ass arenas and events that's going on, but they don't have a large community and representatives of people that are knowledgeable about the music industry, that have resources that can say, hey, y'all been around this artist and you helped them, you was in the studio when they was making that song, you told them to add this and this on the hook, you get a couple writer points for that. Or you was up in there when you made the beat, you supposed to get, okay, y'all was in the, you brought him to Houston and you took him to this club, you took him to this hood and you introduced him to Charlemagne. It's a feature and a song come behind that. In every other city, it's a long list. California, it's a long list of artists from the Bay all the way to LA. They got Drake's songs with Drake. So how did Drake love Houston so much at that time and not have music with artists that you are uplifting from this community? Fuck me. I don't care. It's bigger than me. I didn't care about the song.
Fair use, by the way.
A whole lot of sense to me.
You know what I'm saying? But what I would like from then to now, Travis Scott is the only rapper that still got a song with Drake. Travis Scott, again, what I just said earlier, it makes sense. It's an equal trade. It's not necessarily like, oh, bro, I'm helping Houston and changing your life and changing your career. And it's bigger than just saying, oh, well, person wants the Drake stimulus package. Bro, fuck all of that. It's about fair exchange. And
all right, so I'll just stop it right there. I'm gonna stop it right there.
That nigga was nigga babbling.
Okay, so speak on it, CJ. Was he wrong in what he was saying?
Yeah, and I like Sauce Walker. But like, man, listen, Laker for life, you cooking right now. Get this man an apron and a chef's hat because he's cooking in these comments. People misuse culture vulture so damn much. Like they misuse it all the time. And I really wish people would. People two words that rhyme together and they can't help but say it. Like they don't care what it means. It just sounds cool. They're on some Dr. Seuss shit. Like, stop doing that. Know what it means before you say it. Now, to be fair, this isn't the first time Sauce Walker has said this.
Exactly.
So I will give him that. This was before he said this years ago.
Before
That's
Kendrick.
fair.
Before Kendrick.
Yeah. He said this way before the Kendrick beef and all that. So he's not glazing Kendrick and jumping on the bandwagon. He has said this for a while. Do you know what June the 10th is in Houston? It's Drake Day. The mayor, here's the quote from the mayor, and he was given this in 2014. Drake Day is a holiday that commends and appreciates Drake for dedicating his time to Houston through his passion and enthusiasm for music and our city. There is more than one way to give back to a city. You do not have to do a song with a nobody in the city to give back. He shows up every year for Bun B at his Houston Day or whatever they call it. The little weekend show that he has. He doesn't charge niggas for that. He puts on a show for them. He shouts them out all the time. Bro, he's done songs with Tizo Touchdown. He's done songs with Bun B. I know that's Port Arthur / Houston,
Right,
but
that's not Houston.
People associate Bun B with Houston. Let's be clear. Like, let's be honest, dude. Unless you just are an old head like myself. Beyonce, there's Houston people that he fucks with. Pimp C, I know that's Port Arthur, but people think Houston when they hear UGK. Like, that is what it is, dude. That nigga think
I think PA when I hear UGK.
That's because we were in it, but generally speaking, he took that Trill Burgers and he didn't put it in PA, he put it in Houston. So he wears a Houston Texan hat. He don't wear a PA, whatever the fuck team they got hat. He reps Houston everywhere he goes. So people associate him with that. The nigga that he really need to be talking about is ASAP Rocky. That's who took Houston culture and didn't do shit with it and don't give back and don't show love. That's who niggas need to be talking about. But since he's not the hottest rapper in the world, we gonna turn our back on him and mention Drake because this will give me clicks. And I'm not saying that that's the only motivation for it, but that's part of it. Drake has done more. Y'all niggas sitting and waiting on Drake to come and save Houston. No one, y'all don't need him. And number two, like, why are y'all even doing that? He's done plenty of songs with no name niggas, man. He not y'all savior. And this isn't, you mad didn't answer your DM 5 years ago. Like, let it go, bro. He was nigga babbling, and I like Sauce Walka a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do feel like Drake does cultural appropriate. Now, I'm not saying he 100% did it in Houston. I think it was put it like this. I agree with you as far as you can give back to a city, not just musically, right? But
right.
As far as if he's talking about musically, look at what he's talking about musically, right? What he did to Atlanta, like somebody like Lil Baby, right? He had a hand in putting Lil Baby to the masses. He had a hand in putting Migos to the masses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There was nobody in Houston that he helped put on to the masses. If we're talking about just that conversation, then I agree with Sauce Walka. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's true. Now, am I saying Drake has to do that? If the city of Houston lets him get away with whatever, then it is what it is. However, he does have a point when he's talking about, okay, yeah, you use Houston as leverage to get to where you at. Because let's be honest, without Houston, there wouldn't be Drizzy as we know who he is, because it helped him get a street edge. Let's be real. The J Prince, Bun B, Houston affiliation helped him get an edge to where he was able to walk in rooms he probably couldn't have walked in as Jimmy from Degrassi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So sure. I get him on the music side of Drake coming in and, you know, yeah, he worked with Travis Scott, but it wasn't until later. Beyonce is Houston. We're not talking about R&B. We're talking about rap. You know what I'm saying? The Houston rap scene. So if you're saying, hey, you didn't help put on nobody from Houston, and you take from Houston as far as using, you know, like the chopped and screw stuff, OG Ron C stuff, whatever. I mean, Drake,
bro.
I'm like, I get if that is the argument, I see what he's talking about. Is all I'm saying. He's saying what Drake did when Drake came to Atlanta. It's a lot of people in Atlanta, even Memphis. Block Boy JB wouldn't have. I mean, he came and went, but Block Boy JB wouldn't have been who he was or had that hit without Drake.
You know, he gives a lot back to Memphis, but what I'm saying is no one person needs to be responsible for giving back to everywhere on the map. And then at the same time, y'all say he run and goes to everywhere on the map. Again, he's damned if he does and he's damned if he don't. If he don't go to Houston, then it's damn, bro, why you didn't come to Houston? If he goes to Atlanta, then it's damn, ran to Atlanta. It's like, bro, like what he did, he can't go left or right without niggas shooting at him, bro. That's just what it is. And I can't believe y'all actually don't see that. And that shit is cool, but we see what it is, bro.
I think he did. Well, he did definitely take from Atlanta. You said, but when has Drake ever made a dance hall Houston music and never said I created this? That's cultural appropriation.
Thank you.
No, but cultural appropriation doesn't mean you came in and just say I made that. Cultural appropriation is taking something and doing it without giving any type of shout out to somebody. But
he has always shouted out Houston, bro, and he had Bun B on his early ass mixtapes. Come on,
Bun B ain't from Houston though. I mean, I'm just saying, we have to stop using Bun B. That's an associate. You know what? And Port Arthur ain't even Metro Houston. Just like here, Quavo and them can say they're from Atlanta because they're from the north side. They're from Gwinnett County. But Port Arthur ain't even
But people, you do that. You go to the next biggest metropolitan city. That's how it goes. Nobody's going to sit here and explain the suburb you're from 14 minutes outside of Atlanta. They're going to say Atlanta, dude. I don't need to hear all that. Shorten that shit to Atlanta.
But come on, man. But Port Arthur is a distance away from Houston, though. Come on now.
No, but you saw Bun respond.
Yeah, Bun said he was born in Houston, but he moved. Come on, bro. I was born in Panama City. I was born in Panama City, Florida. I moved to Mobile 4th grade. I can't say that I'm from no damn Panama City.
Can't?
No, I'm not
How
from
long you
there.
Gotta be there?
Okay, bro.
How long do you gotta be someplace to say you're from there? I can't
name you a street except the one that I lived on in Panama City. I can't go to Panama City and tell you what stuff is. I can't say hailing from me doing ring announcing. Entering in at 175 pounds, hailing from Panama City, Florida. Man, Mobile will look at me like I'm crazy. Like, really? Get out of here, bro. I was born in Panama City, but I'm from Mobile, Alabama. Come on, bro.
Listen, cultural appropriation takes place when members of a majority group adopt cultural elements of a minority group in an exploitative, disrespectful, or stereotypical way. Is that Drake and Houston, bro?
Drake does that to hip hop in general. Drake is, you said from a bigger group, isn't he half white? He's Jewish, right? Do we really want to do that? Do we really want to do that?
It's when members of one culture adopt elements from another culture in a way that is perceived as inappropriate or unacknowledged. Bro, nobody. Jewish. And I mean, nobody saw him and heard him on Houston, Atlanta, Vegas and said, man, this is inappropriate and unacknowledged, especially when it's called Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and Bun B is on the song right afterward, dude.
Did you hear what Sauce Walka, you would have to go back to hear what Sauce Walka has said about that. But no, I'm not moving no goalposts. I'm just keeping it real. But for the sake of time, let's move on to